Guys, I'm Sherry Hockman from BJJ Underdog, and today I've been bugging my teammates Chris Kwortnik, Jay Kwortnik, and Jeff Kwortnik to talk to us a little bit about the differences from going from being wrestlers to grapplers. So guys, you guys have a big wrestling history. Your brothers, you came up doing wrestling. What drove you to do Jiu-Jitsu? What brought you in?
You want to answer this?
It's all you, brother.
For me, it was I had a friend from the school here that wanted me to come in, and when they were doing no-gis a couple years back, and he begged me for a while to come in, and I tried it, did some no-gi, really liked it. I liked the group of guys that were in here, and you know, switched from no-gi to gi.
Now, when did you start, Jeff? You didn't start exactly the same time, right?
No, I just started 4 months ago, maybe.
4 months ago, and you're already killing people. That's
Nah.
awesome. Now, Jake, did you start with your dad at the same time?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Mhm.
Do you think it's very comparable to wrestling? Does your wrestling help in
Kind
here?
of, yeah.
That's good. Now, when you guys put the gi on, did you like it? Did you not like it?
I definitely didn't like it one bit. So, I mean, for me, it was, more with the no-gi was more wrestling, you know, as far as being able to grab the guy. But once the gi came on, I mean, I was getting choked and armbarred and triangled, and there was, you know, so many more elements that I had to look out for. Whereas no-gi, I kind of had an idea of what, you know, chokes around the neck, and it was a little bit easier for me to defend. The gi was a whole different story. So, and I think that's why I like it so much. You know.
Jeff, did you try jiu-jitsu with no gi when you started, or did you go right into the gi?
Right into the gi, and yeah, I learned my lesson real quick. Arm bars and triangles.
Now, do you find that you're liking the gi because it presents more of, to me, it's more of like a chess match than more of a speed and quickness and
Yeah,
more elements to it,
I
like
like the
you
gi
said.
a lot better. I mean, for me,
Okay.
you know, it's just there's so much technique, and I like about it. I mean, you know, you can, you know, there's submissions, and there's always a counter for it. You know, which I like about it. And there's, you know, so much technique and guards to learn. There's so much to learn. You know, obviously, I'll probably never learn everything. So that's what I like about it. It's something you can always learn.
Now, do you find that now that you guys are older, that the game has changed at all for you as far as what you used in wrestling, maybe more strength or more speed? Has it changed at all since you've gotten older?
I try not to use as much strength. I mean, when I first started, it was all strength. You know, tried to grip and grab everybody, and now, you know, through the years, I've learned. I mean, rolling with Jeff, I mean, his forearms are pumped out to here, and you know, that's what he uses as strength.
Yeah, didn't know any
And
better.
that's how it is in the
Yeah,
beginning
that's
when you're
definitely
new,
in the
course,
beginning.
you
yeah.
use what you have.
Couldn't feel my arms at the end of the night.
Right, exactly. So, what do you think are your goals training jiu-jitsu? You just looking to stay in shape, have fun with your son? Are you really looking to progress, compete? Do you see any of that in your future?
Competing, probably not. I mean, I'm just looking to learn the you know, the art of jiu-jitsu. Stay in shape. You know, it's a great group of guys that I got here. Met a lot of new people. So, I mean, for me, that's basically it. You know, I'm not looking to compete or anything.
What about you, Jake?
I want to compete when I get better.
Okay, so
There
you're
you go.
doing wrestling at the same time as jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
Your dad beat on you a little bit?
More your uncle, right?
No.
You find there's a lot of pressure doing the wrestling with the last name Kwortnik?
Not really.
No? No one brings it up to you? Like, hey, we know your dad,
No.
your uncle? You might find that as you get older, you might start hearing that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And guys, maybe we'll play some videos of these guys in their little wrestling singlets, doing some of their old matches. Do you guys have any words of wisdom that you tell anybody? Because one of the big things that happens when guys come in here, the young guys tend to want to come in like bulls in a ring and, you know, just want to be great immediately. And a lot of the older guys feel like, I'm too old and I can't do this. What do you have to say to
I mean,
either
I
end
think
of
you're
the
definitely
spectrum?
not too old, because there's, I mean, I'm 42 and Jeff's 44, and we got, you know, there's guys here in their 50s, so I don't think you're too old to try it. I think you just got to try it. And as far as, you know, trying to go, you know.
I think it's anything you do, though. It's if you come right out of the gate, gangbusters, and you're not in shape, forget it. I mean, you're
Yeah,
gonna,
you're not gonna
get
last long
hurt.
either. So.
But if you're, I kind of tried to stay in shape my whole life, so, coming in here is completely different, but I kind of got a little bit of wind left in me still, but.
Do you find that being that you were really good wrestlers and stuff, that it was hard to set the ego aside a little bit and get choked out? Or did you have a hard time tapping in the beginning? Or was it okay? Did you feel like it was an atmosphere where you didn't mind? Like, I don't know what that competitive side of you, how that worked.
Yeah, in the beginning, I definitely held out on tapping, and I learned quick to tap quick and often. So,
Right.
as soon as it's
Definitely tap. I try not
it's-
to tap when.
it's
with him.
definitely not. It's not worth it.
No,
for-
definitely not.
you
You
know.
gotta wake up and
Probably
go
if
to
I
work
was
in the
20
morning.
years old, it would probably be a whole different story.
Right.
Now, I mean, what's it? Hey, if somebody can tap me, it's fine. I have no problem.
So you guys were so good at wrestling. Do you feel like you always maintained being that top dog? Like, my whole website's geared around the fact that being older, being a female, just all the stuff, all the baggage I have. Like, do you find that, you've ever been in that underdog position? Or, like, how was it for you guys when you were at that, your competitive peak?
I said earlier, I wasn't, there's always been guys that were better than me throughout, high school, not so much, college, yeah, I never won a national championship, so obviously there's guys better than me, and, I come in here, and I got guys that are, purple belts, brown belts, black belts are definitely better than me, so, ego or anything, I definitely don't have anything like that.
How about you, Jeff?
No, I have. I come in here just to, to learn, have fun, stay in shape. My biggest thing, it's so competitive. There's so much to learn, and it's just like a whole new ball game. Wrestling background obviously helps with, your balance, all that. But so
What do you
much-
think's the biggest challenge? So you're wrestlers, you come in with a great base already. Was there a big challenge or a hurdle you feel like that makes you struggle because you have so many wrestling instincts? Is there something that's more challenging with Jiu-Jitsu because of that?
For me, it was more of a, the hardest thing I had. Probably, guard position, being on your back, turning on your back, giving up the back. In wrestling that, obviously you never turn towards your back, and I think that was something that, that I still struggle with. Turning the wrong way. I still, to this day, turn the wrong way which I know I should go the other way, but I'm just used to turning that way in wrestling, and it gets me in, it gets me in bad positions, but, that's where I fall back on, the wrestling skill. If there's a leg there, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to take the guy down, and I fall back on that, where it's not so much jiu-jitsu, but, that's just the way it is.
How about you, Jake? Do you find your wrestling's helping you in here?
Kind of with the balance and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Helping you maintain your weight for wrestling and stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
I think the biggest thing too was wrestling. You're 6 or 7 minute matches, and you're just go. That's it. You're 100% constantly, and that's what I didn't understand when I first started coming in here. I was go, and then everyone I'm wrong with just relaxing, hanging out.
Yeah.
Learning
Just
to
waiting
slow
for
it
me
down a
to
little bit.
do something stupid and choke me out or armbar me.
I write a lot of articles, and I say in most of my articles, that's one of the reasons that I love Jiu-Jitsu so much. It's truly enjoyable for me because I feel like I can relax and think and still get a really good workout. I actually don't have a whole lot of fun when I go with people that are just like, rah, and it needs to be like that sometimes, so I know I have to put myself in with matches like that, but I enjoy that too.
Yeah, well, you have that, if you have that explosiveness too, which I think
Right.
both me and Jeff do from wrestling, but it's also, you got to be able to sit back a little bit and, relax. I know when he first started, it was just constant, and I wouldn't do it, I would just kind of lay back, and eventually he would, because he's so strong, eventually he would make a mistake, and it would, that would be it.
Couldn't
Capitalize.
move
Yeah.
my arms by the end of 6
his
or
arms
7
are like
minutes.
lead weights at the end, and I'm just, he's holding me on my back and, trying to put my collar across my neck is really not, it's annoying, but,
Right.
it's not choking me or
It's not
anything, and he's,
sufficient.
yeah, he's using all of his strengths. So I mean, to get used to, that's kind of takes a little bit of time. I still tell him, hey, you got to slow down.
Right.
You know?
And it's something you learn. You can't teach somebody
yeah,
that.
I agree.
So, final question. What's your favorite move in here? What do you like to use the most?
One of the first moves I learned was that I actually got really good at was the bow and arrow choke, and a couple variations off that. And I mean, that was something that I picked up probably with the first couple weeks I was at the school here, and and I learned a couple variations off it. But it's always been, it's something that I can see in a lot of different areas. So that and armbar from side control. I don't know what you want to call it. So.
How about you, Jake?
Some guy told me that one, so I can't remember his name.
I like the armbar the best.
Okay. How about you, Jeff?
I think I'm right along that neck of the woods. That armbar that someone showed Chris. Chris kind of demonstrated a few times on me.
Okay.
And,
you get caught enough in it.
Yeah.
Not only
definitely.
learn how to defend it, but put it on.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's there all the time.
And
Or
actually,
a lot of the time with me, anyway, with rolling.
yeah, Chris is a brute. We know that. Actually, I just thought of one more for you, Jeff. You have a daughter. You
Yes.
have young ones.
Did.
But you have a teenager. So what are your thoughts on your daughter wrestling or doing jiu-jitsu? I know she's an older teenager now, but
I've posed the question to her. I don't think she would. I actually think she'd be. She would do real well, but she just. No, it definitely won't happen. I don't think mom would.
it's a tough thing for females.
Yeah.
So it's one of
I
those
mean,
choices
I
they
think she would
definitely have
enjoy
to
it once she. But
give
I
it a
don't-
chance.
I do, but I think I don't think she would give it a chance. You never know though, because I was the same way. Since he started coming. I was always afraid of getting hurt. That was my biggest thing. I have to wake up and go to work in the morning.
Right.
And I was
That's a
kind
good
of
point.
picturing. I didn't know, so I was kind of picturing a whole different situation with. I knew there was a lot of grappling, a lot of mat, but I was figuring, I'm gonna get my knee blown out, or I'm gonna get a shoulder torn off. And,
Right.
I'm gonna go to work the next morning.
Yeah.
But he convinced me to come in here one day, and it's like.
Here you are.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, we feel very lucky to have you guys here because we have a good group of people here, and just the fact that you guys bring so much knowledge about wrestling, that we're very thankful that you guys came to our school. Chris is a purple belt, Jake is a white belt, and his dad, Jeff, is also a white belt for the time being, but with all their wrestling knowledge, they're definitely a step up on the average student. So you guys can come check out our website. And if you ever want to come train with any of the Kwortniks, they're here at Third Generation, the Rosendo Diaz Academy. Have a good day, guys.